my great auntie was a slave. I could only imagine all the sacrifice she made. I could only imagine.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Falcons have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Dolphins going up against the Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play, Tannehill to Parker. 49 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And his throw here's incomplete. They were looking that time for Leonte Carew, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonte Carew, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. second down. It's Boykin. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Third and long for Boykin. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Now they run with Mixon, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. From the gun on third, it's Boykin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Here's Tannehill now on second down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Boykin. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
From midfield now, Boykin. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions. Interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run again with Ajayi. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Robert Alford. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Shaw. Caught out left side by Robinson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now Shaw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They will run again with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Leopard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go now.
Coleman now. And some room to maneuver. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. And you remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense that's just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now it's Ajayi. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. In his 3rd year now, here's the punter, Matt Darr, to kick this away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw here. And Robinson with a big catch. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cameron Wake in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back up. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hey, watch the ladder, watch the ladder.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now let's go!
of the gun. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ndamukong Suh busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
All right, here we go. We got three. Watch it now, Barney. Come on now, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide. Open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Get up. Let's go. Let's do this. Go, let's go.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So Tannehill out, and in his place is the backup quarterback, Matt Moore. Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on second down. Moore. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills. Third down here.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Leopard, let's go. Blue landed. Detroit.
Moore now, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Shaw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now.
Here's Schaub. Looking deep for Julio. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now look at 56. Look at
Now Moore on first down. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
To throw is Moore on third down. Going deep here for Stick. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Coleman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Falcons on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. From the gun on third down. Moore escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deion Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down. The Falcons on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Stills with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Partner, our parents always told us that relationships were going to be important in life. Taylor Gabriel knew Kyle Shanahan in Cleveland before he was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. Boy, that payoff for the Falcons picking him up.
Yeah, last year he had more touchdowns, actually, than Julio Jones. He had 7. Jones had 6. And good parental advice there, Mr. Davis. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Moore on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Stills the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. They set up the screen to a J. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No, I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what is...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
Under pressure and down he he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Moore, looking to throw on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Moore. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Koamisi in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points.